Hey guys, Justa guy here with another episode of Tektopia, and hopefully right now you're watching a really cool time lapse of me tearing down the surface mines. I wanted to consolidate them all underground because the druid would walk from one mine to the next. He always performs his earth reform on the absolute lowest mine, and then if there's like a 1 block difference, he'll just keep walking between all the different mines. So the further they are apart, the more of a trouble they are. But, you know, as you can see now, it looks rather impressive. I mostly did it for one because there's a lot of resources lined up in the corners of this. But, you know, I got a couple diamonds, a couple lapis and gold and all that stuff. But I mostly needed the cobblestone because, hey, the plan is to build a barracks. We need some more beds. We actually have more people than beds, and they've just been standing around at night. And I, you know, other than getting a new house, the easiest way to get more people is a barracks because it can hold something like 10 people. But as I was saying, I got all these up downstairs now, and you'll notice like he moves from one to the other just if there's like one difference. And then we also got some on the ground. So instead of having them to walk so far, or the miners, because they'll take a break during the day to get lunch or something, or get a new pick if it breaks or whatever, and then the druid will run in there and start restoring their shaft, and then that'll cause issues. But we have quite a few emeralds. Oops. Guy blocked my door. I don't know if we have enough, because I do believe it's rather expensive. Not as much as the town hall, but the tavern, which we might need to get at some time. 10 blocks, yeah. School is getting up there too. Definitely probably should have got the more expensive things first, just so that, because I mean, like the guard post has barely gone up, but the bigger ones, whew. Barracks, 7 blocks and 7 emeralds. We actually need a craft table for this. So we have 42. Okay. It's more than I thought. That's probably why he removed the requirement to have the NPC stuff. I believe it was nearly last. Yeah, it is last. Okay, so we got a barracks. Whoopsie, we definitely don't want to throw those all over the place. We'll need a house too as well at some point, but alright. So we now have a thing. Now we just need a location. I do believe it's quite large, obviously, because you have 10 beds and a training area. I am thinking right over here where I have a guard post, right? Because I have one here and then one on the other side near the ranch or the butchery. So I think we'll build it right here. I'm not entirely sure. I think it needs up to 10 beds, some armor stands to be training dummies, and I think that's it. I don't think it even needs a crafting table or anything, but yeah guys, let's see what we can do. Alright, guys. Oops. Alright, guys. Just a guy here. And we completed it. I kind of still want to do some more work. I want to terraform the hill a little bit, because I do like the idea of it being like half covered by the hill. But I want to make it more gradual and natural-ish looking. And I don't entirely like the door, but it's what we got. So as you saw, hopefully in the replay, we got our chairs for all of our guards to take a seat if they want. We got some beds with some dividers. I'm thinking about putting carpets along the top, but I don't know if that would mess with their ability to get in here or not, because I don't know if it's a full 2 blocks for them to sleep. We got our stands, and I got redstone and coal, or I thought it looked kind of like blood droplets or little bits of metal sword particles that fell to the floor or something. I don't know, I was just going with something. We got our little lights in the ceilings. We got our back door. And that's basically it. I went with mostly cracked bricks and stone bricks for the floor. A little bit of a pattern with the granite. I do really like this wall. I don't know if you could tell, but it's basically just 4 blocks, and every layer it goes down 1. And then if it's on the bottom, it appears at the top. So it's just a degrading wall. I thought it turned out pretty neat. And now we got enough beds for 10 guardsmen. Now the interesting thing too is I also found out you can put kids in beds without having enough beds. So if you click on it, they'll still be born. And it's a valid place. Okay, that's good. I do believe. The reason why we have this, by the way, with the little sort of like tops here, is for these housing structures you have to have a solid block. Glass, trapdoors, or any other transparent block doesn't count as a roof, and the building would not count these middle parts. It would just end. Okay, so he can't get through the door for okay. For some reason, he can't cross a carpet. We'll have to rethink this. I think that carpet by the door broke the room. It changed the elevation. We'll have to think about this. Because these pumpkins in the middle basically provide perfect lighting throughout the entire thing, even without anything in the ceilings. I have a little bit extra lighting you might have seen hidden behind these stairs, just to light up the wall a little bit because it was so dark. Unfortunately, I can't do it on this side because it shares a wall with the kitchen. I probably could put a door here, but I don't see a point. There's not really much of a reason for them to go in the kitchen. But now we can get a couple more guards. By the way, there's really no... I think it's one of the flaws of the build. I mean, I know Tango's not still working on it, but there's no real flaw or negative aspect to not having a bed for a villager. The only thing that happens is they don't get the happiness, right? So when you wake up in the morning, you sometimes get like 20 or 30 happiness or whatever. And you don't get healed by sleeping. But the thing is, if you have a cleric, he'll heal your villagers for you, so the not healed by sleeping is greatly diminished. And the happiness, well, my people are generally unhappy anyway, so I'm not overly worried about it. Yeah. So let's get our tradesman here. Let's get... Ooh, whoa, we got a captain of the guard now. I forgot about that. Once you get a barracks, you can get a captain of the guard. Unfortunately, it's a job thing. I can't just promote one of my current guards unless I want to waste a lot of guard levels. And these don't stack, I forgot. So we got 3 guards and a captain. That'll give us 5 guards and a captain total. And I really need to put these in there for now. Fix our inventories. That's what happens when you build. You get garbage everywhere. Now we have a couple of nitwits that I had grown up from kids. Like, oh, we actually have an empty bed now because of all that. But as you can see now, I'm going to grow a bunch of kids. And obviously we don't have that many beds. And they're all unhappy and they have no beds. We had a kid explosion. And there's another villager up here. And we're just gonna grow it for the heck of it. Western, yeah. So they don't really keep the name. I don't think. Yeah. At all, yeah, as we've proven many times. So, let's see. Can we find our nitwit? Apparently, he's in the only place we didn't look. There we go. So this guy, intelligence 5. He's actually got quite a bit of skill in miner. I don't really need a miner though. And we just did buy all these, so. Now the captain of the guard's kind of cool. He's like a normal guard, except he has the ability to inspire troops, which gives them resistance 1, I think, or 2, depending on his level. I think we're just gonna make this guy a guard though, because he's stupid. And that'll get him out of a bed. Oops. We do have a couple random zombie attacks. It's not too bad. As you can see, they don't even take 1 point of damage. And they usually do a pretty good job. We still do have a bit of an issue with the Necromancer probably. But that's why I have a guard post by the butcher and the guard post by the where the guardhouse is actually now. Oh, I can't run because I'm hungry. I was wondering about that. There we go. They probably should get some of the better foods my villagers are making now. I've actually started to get to the point where my villagers will have good stuff. Like, I have more wood than I can generally ever use in my village, easily with 2 lumberjacks. So I could have 1 lumberjack now. 1 chef seems to be more than enough. 1 blacksmith. 1 enchanter. Honestly, the only thing you seem to need multiples of is miners and farmers. Almost everything else is taken care of. And as you can see, I stripped a lot of stone out of that to build this. But I did think it turned out pretty nice. This shared wall with the cookery thing, or the chef thing, is kind of eh. I'm also not entirely sure if it's big enough. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe. Wide, and I think like 19 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 long. Maybe. And I know you need 1 by 12 per bed, and there's 10 beds in here, so that's like 120 square feet. I think it's big enough. And then we have the dummies, obviously. They can practice against this one. And then they can practice their whammy jammy attack against this one, which will help them level up without fighting zombies. Oh, maybe he's going to practice. No, he's sitting. Of course you are, slacker. Oh, and we have vines growing everywhere, because I was using it to make all these mossy things, by the way. But I guess we're going to have to wait a couple Minecraft days to get some children grown up. Although I do think... I'm not sure where all the homeless kids went. We should have like 10 homeless kids. Oh, there we go. The homeless village. Yeah. I want to show the kids. There we go. I just think that's so funny. They're all playing by the mine shaft. And that guy doesn't have a village yet. But as you can see, he's still fairly happy. 85. This guy has not had a bed in probably like weeks. I would love to give the captain of the guard position to my most highest ranked guard, but that'd be kind of a waste. And all these mine shafts, 1 druid's keeping up. As you can see, when they're closer together so he doesn't walk so much. I think we have 4 miners. and maybe 3, and 1 druid keeps up. We don't need a druid for the crops. They keep up well enough. 1 crop per farmer for the most part, and then 1 guy that just helps planting and hoeing. So yeah. Oh, I think this guy. Nope. The hoer is not quite keeping up. The good thing though is I could do this every once in a while if I need to. It's usually more than enough to keep going. And as the farmers get more skilled, they don't break the crops as often, so it's not as needed. Well, guys, I was trying to AFK, and I found out apparently kids are stupid. What was it? Hager or Mirabelle Rowand and Molly Schaefer, -357, whatever, right? Which is where I'm at. They ran all the way to the very, very edge of the village, and we're just sitting there in the middle of the night to die. I don't understand it. And this guard here ran here to save them, I think. And now he's kind of stuck. But yeah, I don't understand why the kids were all the way over here. The dead end of the village. I guess if kids don't have a bed, they will try to leave the village or something. But yeah, I think I lost most, if not all, my kids. And my guards are running pretty far to kill village or zombies. But they're pretty buff. They got various iron armor. And almost all of them have a golden apple now. Because I turned the chef back on to make apples. But yeah, that was very crazy. At least 1 kid died that I noticed in the kill feed. A bunch of others took damage. And that was only like 1 day. The first night, I think, since I started to go AFK. I did not realize kids would get lost, I guess, at night. But we got a couple that are still alive. Oh, she's like a level 50 kid now, right? Come on, stop. I want to touch you. There we go. No, I guess blessing does not affect kids. She's eating beets. She's a very responsible little girl. I was also watching one of the guards was actually practicing. He was all the way over here when he ran towards the kids over there. But it was kind of sad. We lost some kids. And I think we lost I think the kid dropped his pork chop. Because I did not have pork chops. But I guess we'll go AFK again. Hopefully the guards can keep my wayward children alive. I can't believe they got stuck at the edge of the world, though. But, be right back in maybe like 2 Minecraft days. Alright, guys. Our kids are starting to grow up. And, as you can see, we had some more trouble with the kids. They like to run off into the forest and play, and they ran into a couple zombies. I had to save some of them. And the guards come eventually, but they wait a while. Let's see, we got a guy. And they also just sort of roam around the entire village when they don't have a bed, I guess? I don't know. I think they go anywhere another villager's been, and with no bed, they just go everywhere. So intelligence 11. Rosemary? Are you Rosemary? Yeah. Oops. What? Oh, you have to be a guard to be made into a guard captain. Okay. See, I don't know where this guy's going. There you go. So we can promote one of our guards. Okay, that's cool. Nice to know. So we have 2 new guards. Days alive 49. Rudolph is one of our better guards. He's level 30. I think I will make him my guard captain. Actually, 170. Okay, yeah, Lever Storm. He's our guy. Oh, by the way, when I said they didn't seem to take the enchanted armor, I was wrong. It just doesn't render as enchanted on their body, only their swords. So, yeah, this is enchanted. And you wouldn't be able to tell without this mod with the book. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Now we just need to find where the other guard is. Lever Storm, right? Yes. So you are now our captain of the guard. You get, I think, priority on the equipment. And he has like some abilities. Oh, cool! It takes the same levels. He is. I don't really get any other information on this, I guess. That is cool. It is nice that it converts. Let's get some more. We have how many beds available in our barracks? An economy. Residence? Homes? Maybe? Barracks, yeah. We have 5 out of 10. So we need 5 more if we went max guards, which, why not? Get people out of our beds. And I just shoved everything in there last time. Tradesmen, yes. These are going to get really expensive, though. I do believe you can only have... Wow, they're up to 10 from 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoopsie. And hopefully we can get one of the girls, too. Oh, by the way, I did realize that the whole point of schools is to be jails for children, I guess, because... Like I said, they just run around everywhere and get themselves killed. So I guess that's the point of a school. It's so expensive to have a school when the kids are only kids for like 3 or 4 Minecraft days. I think it's time-based and not day-based. But by the time they're age 4 days old, they usually tend to grow. Alright guys, we finally got the last one done. I find clicking on the professions tab and going to child numbers is a good way to figure out how many you have left instead of chasing them all over the village. I still have to chase them down to find them, but I've been doing all the guards and we're down to the last one. I will say I'm sort of disappointed with the female guards. You can barely tell they're female, to be honest. Even before you transform them, they generally just have a ponytail in the back. And then once they're wearing their armor, you can't really tell so much. Not very smart. She's got the same ponytail everybody has. I mean, you got a little bit of blush, but once they have armor on, I mean, honestly, I can't tell, you know. And their armor quality is not the best. My guys been working on it, but oops, let's see. Let's go with this guy. I should have put it on yet. Gazelle, though, is a nice name. Huh. She's opened the chest. Didn't seem to take anything out of it. Odd. She's going on patrol with no armor. She must not be in the AI pathing that lets her take armor yet. Okay, I put a thing there, and now they stand on it. That is... I guess I can't have carpets anywhere. I thought they looked nicer that way, you know. But apparently they stand on them. Get stuck. So our gazelle girl went to bed. But yeah, guys, we have a full barracks. I do believe it'll tell us that if we click on a book. Yeah. Homes, barracks, 10 residents. Adults, yeah, obviously no children. 4 males, 6 girls. I didn't know we had more girls than boys. Then we got all the ones. Oh, yeah, actually I want to look at that. Level 32, 45, 12, 2, 5, 17. Not bad for a brand new guard. I did see them training a little bit, and they gain levels fairly fast just by whacking at these things, so that's good. Because the low-level guards are pretty weak. But yeah, guys, I'm not sure how this is going to edit together. I had a lot of issues with stuff, but I do kind of like how it looks. I still want to do a little bit more decoration with the terraforming of the land around it, maybe. Obviously, start getting some streets in this village. But for my first building that tried to look good, really, other than maybe the houses, which were the half an effort, I kind of like my barracks. And I gotta be honest, I'm kind of embarrassed how long it took. I think it was like 4 or 5 hours of building just for this. Obviously there's the time lapse, but it's super compressed, and I even cut some stuff out. But yeah, for a, 8 by 19 or 18 room, it took me an insanely long time to build this. I didn't have a big plan going into it though, so that's sort of it, and working with the resources I had. I'm really disappointed the carpets seem to cause so much trouble though, but yeah guys, this will be just a guy signing off. Catch you guys later.